back to Chappy TV. I am your host, Dakota Chappy, and for you tonight, very excited to be bringing you some new arrivals, and also we're going to have a candid conversation about a basic you might be missing in your wardrobe that could liberate a lot of things, especially as the cold weather sets in. Let's start out with this new arrival in this gorgeous deep purple French terry top. Now, very interesting hint here. This is like a berry currant color. What I love about this, truly, is that it's almost black. It's going to do the same thing for your wardrobe that black does in terms of absorbing light. It's got lots and lots of darkness to it, so you're going to see less topography in this color. So if you're a lady that's always like, oh, I need to do black because it looks so much nicer on me, let's be open to some of these really dark colors as well that pair and reference back to black really well, but are also going to give you just a little bit of color in your wardrobe. I did a long centering necklace here. Now I've got the baby bump happening. So if I had not tied the knot in this, or if I was a bustier lady, I would have a little bit of struggle because it's going to want to go here, or it's going to want to go there, or it's just going to want to spend the day rolling across the baby. But just by simply placing a knot in this, we can get the weight to hang right in the middle and not fight with any of that during the day. So that's a hot little tip for you on how to make those accessories stay in place and drape the way you want. Now I'm wearing a large here in this top, but we're going to talk a little bit about why sometimes you need a large and sometimes you need a small, even if you're the same lady and even if you're 9 months pregnant like myself. So, but just to bring this back, fabulous trim on the bottom here, bit of an asymmetrical thing happening, very stretchy, extremely soft and roomy. This is a lot like a teddy bear kind of fabric on the outside. It's a bit of a French terry. It's actually a little bit hard to explain because it's really a fabric that I've not seen before done just this way. Now, happy to take that off for you because I want to talk about this basic that's underneath. This is one that you maybe don't have. This is a winter essential because I know a lot of you out there are taking like the thermal shirts and layering them underneath things so that you have more of an insulation layer. A lot of you are doing circle tights. Maybe you're doing sleeve solutions. This is a hybrid of those two things, and this is a Dakota Chappy original labeled product. So the tag is stamped in, it's tagless, so you can wear this in reverse as well. So when you do that, you get a higher neckline here, which covers your décolleté. Now your décolleté, this is an exposed area of your body. This is an area of your body where your blood runs shallow through your veins. So it's very important to keep this covered in the winter if you are trying to do a little bit warmer dressing. Now the great thing about dressing a little bit warmer is that you don't then have to do a ginormous coat, and you also don't have to sacrifice your range of movement. So even for my ladies out there who run hot, there are some great tips in here about how to regulate your temperature by the clothes that you choose and not have to make any compromise on style. And actually, this is going to make your whole entire life dressing easier. So really incredible. This is a one size item, 3/4 length sleeve on this, but lots of stretch in it. I'm about to show you how we can actually show a little bit of the sleeve detail peeking out underneath another top. But do remember, this is a reversible one as well. So like I said, you can do a little higher in the neckline. What is the other essential basic I have on? Well, of course, it is the total tight. Your legging, cami, bra, underwear shaper, also into one piece. Now, hot tip out there, super hot tip. If you are worried that you are going to invest in a total tight and that your proportions are going to change, your weight's going to change, and you don't want to do that because you're gaining, you're losing, you're changing all the time. I am 9 months pregnant now, officially. Full-term pregnant, and I am in the same total tight that I wear when I am not pregnant. This is something that is going to fit you on a 70-pound swing. And when we're talking about wearing a bodycon dress like this one, this is not possible to be seamless in if you don't own a total tight, because if you have the top of the legging here, you're going to see the top of the legging here, and you're going to get pooling of the flesh. But as you can see, this is just perfectly, completely smooth. It's supporting my skin against my frame. Daniel, who's an editing master, is going to show you some before and after pictures of what I look like in a lighter one, so you can really, really see the definition of what happens when you try to wear something other than a total tight under a dress like this, or really under anything. You just It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's your clothes' fault. And that's why I'm here. Now, I'm going to put this little crop cape over this. Really interesting here. This is going to be great on my ladies who are of a petiter frame, or just my ladies that want to manipulate the traditional a little bit, because this is a shrunken cape. So they've taken a oversized concept, kept the flash dance romantic ease of it, but they've done it in more of a shrunken nature. Now, when I first put this on, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a large because I've got this baby bump to accommodate, and I just think I'm gonna need the large. And I eventually had to go all the way down to a small, didn't I, Daniel?
Yeah.
Because the proportions were not correct. So for me, the large hung down here a little bit too much. That's where your staff at the Dakota Chappy store is very essential. It's very, very helpful, because we're going to help you with those proportions, because mentally you would never think that you need a small, but to get the proportions that you want, sometimes you do. And so this is a perfect example. I love that the quarter length sleeve is sticking out from underneath this cape. Again, I am very cozy. I'm going to be warm and covered for the winter. Now this gets a little bit monochromatic, even though it does have some grays and some blacks in it. But I'm going to put on a bold necklace that has a significant amount of volume, texture, and movement to it, so that you can see how this all works together. And now we've got two fantastic outfits. We've used two basics, and we are set to go. We're not adding a bunch of additional layers of warmth underneath, or adding bulk, or just generally taking away from our overall aesthetic. And we're ready to go for the winter. And we're fashionable, we're pregnant, we're not pregnant, it doesn't matter. You don't have to fit into these little boxes. It is always about fit. It is never about size. That is the expertise that you are going to find at Dakota Chappy. Not only the expertise, but also the tools, like our unique inventions like the Total Tight, and then of course our passion for truly helping you, because that's what we really want to do. That is our mission in life. Change lives, serve women. Two stores, one in Minot right next to Minot State University, and then also one in Bismarck right next to Barnes and Noble. And come see us, you're way too cute to dress for average.